And sometimes the antifungal agent can cause a side effect because the antifungal agent, you know that the fungi is the eukaryotic cell type. That is the same from our body because our body, human is the eukaryotic, also eukaryotic. So sometimes the antifungal agent that can affect to the growth of the fungi might affect to the human as well. And these are summarized about the side effect of the antifungal agent. Allergy. Actually, for the allergy, you learned already about the hypersensitivity, right? So you can remember all the type of the hypersensitivity. What is the type one? Don't forget about the immunology part because you need to use the knowledge from the immunology part to the other part of the infection. The fungi can be defined as an allergen, some structure of the fungi, spore, hyphae, and cell component, some other cell component. So the hypersensitivity that caused by fungi may be at the skin or the respiratory tract. Sometimes they can cause the asthma. And how about the sick building syndrome? Do you know this term, sick building syndrome? What is a sick building syndrome? It's like you will be sick when you live or stay in the building. But you may feel like coughing, sneezing, something like that. And when you go out of the building, you will feel it better. There is no sign or symptom like this. It's different when you stay in the building or when you go out from the building. There are some hypotheses talk about the sick building syndrome might caused by some structure of the fungi. Okay, we talk about the infection or the mycosis, the various factor for the mycosis, and the second is the allergy. The last for the fungal disease is the intoxication that caused by toxin of the fungi. If the toxin caused intoxication caused by mushroom, we call that is the mycetimus. But if the intoxication caused by the more contamination in the food and after you ingest it, the intoxication occur, we call that is the mycotoxicosis. So let's start about the mycetimus, the mushroom toxin. These are the important mushroom toxins. The first, cyclopeptides, monomethylhydrazine, coprin poisoning, muscarine, ibotenic acid, muscimol, psilocybin, psilocin, and the last, the miscellaneous toxin. Let's see about the first, cyclopeptide. The genera that can produce this type of the toxin is Amanita and Lepiota. We can call this type this genus of the mushroom as a dead cat. Okay. This group sometimes we can call it as the Phyllodes. You can see the lethal dose. You know the term lethal dose, right? That is the dose that can cure you. So just only 0.1 milligram per kilogram. The other one that will help you, you can see the ring. This is a ring. We call this as a ring. Okay. So sometimes when you see the ring of the mushroom, you may guess that it may be the mushroom that can produce toxin. No. But I think not all the mushroom that can produce the structure like this is the mushroom that can produce toxin. The next toxin, monomethylhydrazine. The general that can produce the monomethylhydrazine is a Gyromitra hevella. The toxin that we call is the gyrometrin. The target of the toxin is at the liver, kidney, CNS, and they can cause a hemolysis. The mushroom that can produce toxin like this is the blade-like mushroom like this. The next, copeline poisoning. Copeline poisoning. The genus is the Coprinus that can produce the copeline. This is the mushroom alcohol sensitivity. Can you guess why we call it a mushroom alcohol sensitivity? How? And the one keyword is about the acetaldehyde. Do you know about the metabolism of the alcohol? When you drink the alcohol, how about the metabolism of the alcohol? Actually, alcohol will be metabolized and to be acetaldehyde and acetic acid. but the toxin will block the step of the acetaldehyde to be the acetic acid. So it can cause the accumulation of the acetaldehyde in our body, and acetaldehyde is a toxic substance. It means that if you eat this type of the mushroom and if you drink the alcoholic beverage, you will get the intoxication. But if you just only eat this mushroom without any alcoholic beverage, it's okay. You can eat it. But without any kind of the alcoholic beverage. Okay. The next, muscarine. Amanita is the genus that can produce a toxin again. This toxin we call it a muscarine that can affect the parasympathetic nerve. Okay, this is the color of the cap. You can see that is. You can guess it might be the mushroom that can produce toxin. Ibotenic acid and muscimol. The genus that can produce the toxin is the Amanita. The toxin is the ibotenic acid and the muscimol. Ibotenic acid will be change the form from the ibotenic acid to be muscimol inside our body. Because in our body it can cause the decarboxylation of the ibotenic acid and change to be muscimol. So the muscimol is the effector molecule that can inhibit the GABA and can cause the gastroenteritis, illusion, misinterpretation of sensory stimuli. Okay, this just shows the figure of the Amanita. Psilocybin or psilocin. This is the hallucinogenic mushroom. Do you know this term, hallucinogenic mushroom? What does it mean? Oh, and hallucination. You may oh, hallucination or illusion. You may see something that is not real. Yeah, because they affect the sympathetic nervous system. And about the miscellaneous toxin, so sometimes they can cause the gastrointestinal irritant. Some kind of the washroom they might produce the other toxin that can cause the gastrointestinal irritant. Okay, that are summarized about the toxin that are produced by mushroom and can cause the mycetimus. You eat the mushroom that produce the toxin already, but about the mycotoxicosis, it's a more form of the fungi that can produce toxin, and that kind of more contaminate with food, some kind of food. Okay. And after contamination, they might produce toxin, and you eat that kind of food. The famous one is maybe aflatoxin. Aflatoxin, that is the hepatotoxin. Yeah. So you can know that the hepatotoxin, the target organ is the liver. So the aflatoxin can cause the liver damage, or sometimes can cause the liver cancer, hemorrhage of the liver. Nephrotoxin, example is the ochratoxin A. Neurotoxin, the aspergillus and penicillium sometimes can produce the neurotoxin. The dermal toxin trichotillin can cause the irritant of your skin. This is the example of the mycotoxicosis, or the mycotoxin, the toxin that produced by the mole. On the left hand side is the aspergillus flavus that can produce the aflatoxin. The structure of the toxin shown on the right hand side. About the action of the aflatoxin. This is just the example, because aflatoxin can cause the damage to the our organ. There's a various mechanism, and this is the one mechanism for the aflatoxin. Is about the immune suppression and also the toxicity, that they can block the synthesis of the protein. Okay. The production of the aflatoxin will be produced in our food after consumption. CYP450 will change the toxin to be the epoxide form. And the aflatoxin B1N9 epoxide can affect the mRNA, or sometimes they can affect the DNA. Let's see about the mRNA. You know that the mRNA is related about the translation to be the protein. This RNA might be the toxin will like interfere about the mRNA and interfere the synthesis of the protein. So it can cause damage to the liver and kidney. Or sometimes they can modulate the cytokine expression, because it interfere about the production of the cytokine. Okay. The cytokine is a protein, so if the mRNA has been interfered, it's also interfere the production of the cytokine. So if some cytokine cannot be produced, the immune response will be suppressed. Okay. But sometimes the toxin might the aflatoxin B1 after pass the epoxidation and change the epoxide form, the same as the previous slide, but sometimes they can act as with the reactive oxygen species and increase NF capability. It's the different pathway. In this pathway, it increases the immune response, increase the pro-inflammatory mediation, lead to the oxidative stress, increase the back gene, reduce BCL2, increase Caspar-3. You know that the Caspar-3 is a gene that relates with the apoptosis. So sometimes the aflatoxin can cause the apoptosis. This is just the example of the aflatoxin that can cause damage to the human cell. Okay, we talk a lot about the disadvantage or the way of the fungi that can interact with our body and cause the disadvantage, can cause the infection. Maybe we feel like we don't like fungi. But actually fungi can give the benefit to us. So from now, this slide, I would like to show you about the benefit of the fungi, beneficial micro. In the environment, you know that, okay, fungi is act as the saprophyte. We can use it as the fungal pest control because they can cure the pests. It act as the pesticide. And I think you know it very well about the antibiotic production, about the first antibiotic. What is that? The antibiotic? Penicillin. Yeah. So the fungi can be used as the source for the antibiotic production. This is the benefit of the fungi. Probiotic yeast and then metabolize. You can see from this is the example of the yeast biotic or the probiotic yeast. And you know that the probiotic is the microorganism or the other organism that can provide the benefit to the host. Sometimes we can use the yeast as a probiotic. Edible mushroom, you will get the nutrient from the mushroom. And I would like to give you the example for the Chinese medicine. What is this? Tang Shao. Tang Shao. In Thai we call Tang Shao. In English it is a cordyceps. Why Dong Chong Xia Shao is a you can see the fruiting body. Hey, it's Chinese. It's Chinese. Dong Chong Xia Shao. For the you can see from this is the fruiting body is the black part right here. It's a black part. It's a fruiting body. You know that the fruiting body is a reproductive structure of the fungi. The brown part is the caterpillar corpus. So you know that this fungi infect the worm, right? Infect the worm and produce the fruiting body like this. So have you ever had it? Have you ever eaten it? Do you like to eat the worm part? Do you think which part that you need to eat it to get the benefit from the cordyceps? Fruiting body? Sure. But I think almost all people prefer to eat just only the fruiting body part. There's a lot of the research, but it's still controversial. Some research talk that the fruiting body is the part that you will get the benefit more than the caterpillar part. But there's some research that counteract about the report and show that the caterpillar corpus part or the brown part will give more benefit to the patient. Okay. So you can eat all of the part of the cordyceps. The cordyceps can be used to treat the patient who is hypersexuality, night stress, hyperglycemia, hyperlipidemia, asthenia, arrhythmias, heart, respiratory, renal, and liver diseases. So I would like to just give you a point that fungi not only cause a disease in the human, they can provide the benefit to our body. Just a few when compared with all of the fungi in the world. Just only a few, maybe less than 10% of the fungi in our world that can cause disease in human. About the cordyceps bioactive compounds. The nucleotide, cholesterol, fatty acid, and crude amino acid that produced by the cordyceps might be defined as a bioactive compound that can provide the benefit to our host. That are all about the information that I would like to give you today. So this is just the introduction. Just introduction to the medical mycology. So you know the basic of the mycology. You know that this is the morphology and structure that different from the bacteria and virus that you already learned before. You know how to study the mycology, how to study fungi. Yeah. And you know about the risk factor that can lead to the infection by the fungi. About the various factors, about the pathogenesis of the fungi, fungal disease that defined as the mycotoxicosis, mesentemas, and allergy. And finally, you know about the benefit of the fungi that can provide the benefit to the health of the human. Do you have any question? This is the part of the Q&A.